Hey, 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 victorious ones. It's Monday. I'm excited about coming up here to talk to y'all on today. All day, God gave me a download. That's what they call it, downloads. When you have a message that you can give out to other people. So I'm just going to be bold enough to be able to tell y'all the message that he gave me on today. And I'm actually going to come out of my word, out of the word, the Bible, because it actually relates to scriptures that just keep coming to me. So I don't think it is coincidental that these same scriptures keep coming to me and is relating to the word or the messages that I have on y'all on today. Hope all of y'all are having a good day, by the way. And I also want to thank all of you who have been watching, who have been encouraging me, because that inspires me. And I know God has led me to do this, but it gives me it makes me feel good that I'm able to be out here doing the work of God for him who has called me. So let me go ahead and get into this message, y'all. On today, God say it's our heart and our light. That's the prize. Your heart, our heart, and our light. When I say your heart, it's the inner you. The inner you. And I'm going to stop there and I'm going to read this scripture about the heart. And I'm sure y'all know it because it's a well-known scripture about our heart. It says, "But the Lord said to Samuel, don't judge my appearance or height, or I have rejected him. The Lord doesn't see things in the way you see them. People judge by outward appearance," and that's true, don't they? "But the Lord looks at the heart." The heart. And it's funny, sometimes we can look at a person and you can say, "You're just so beautiful." One of my coworkers, she tell me that, and because I said, "What's my favorite line? What do I always say all the time?" And I had joked with them, and they said, one of them said, "You always say you so beautiful to people." And I went to thinking about that thing. And I don't necessarily think that it's the outward. Not that I don't think that person's beautiful in the outward, but you can see the inner beauty of people when God opened your eyes up. You're like, "They're just so beautiful." And then they'll look at me and they'll say, "You're so beautiful too." But they're not necessarily talking about outer appearance of us. They're talking about the spirit whom God has given us. And that spirit really comes from the growth of really letting things go, y'all. And I'm still a work in progress. I still have things that I'm working through to let go of, but I'm not as nearly burdened by things that used to get to me. And I also want to give y'all a side note. The boys are here, so if y'all hear them in the background, I usually tell them to be quiet, but since they're on spring break, I just said y'all just keep it down. So if y'all hear them in the background, just know this life. I'm working right here on my camera to give the word to y'all, but my babies are also here. My young men are also here on today. So I want to tell y'all that too. So let's get back into the message. It's the heart. So that's why it's important for us to fix our heart. Like what my mentor says, Latoya Okia, what that heart do. What she mean by that is, because now that I watch her a lot, I can say it before she even say it. What that heart do? Whenever somebody feel as if they're going to offend you, like with somebody, I'm going to give y'all an example. They look at you and they be like, "I don't like that about you." We got to get to the point where it don't bother us, especially if it don't matter. A perfect example, I'm looking at my glasses. "I don't like your glasses. I don't like your nail color." You don't even have to entertain them or even change your energy. Just look at them. Sometimes just smile. It's not to be mean. They may have a problem with your glasses or your nail color because they're having a bad day. Do something, maybe let it go, and if you're around them, do something to encourage them and say something nice about them, because sometimes that's in our spirit. They being mean to us, but God say, look at them and smile and be like, "Well, I like this about you." And I'm going to say this to y'all. When I was younger, I used to get bullied about like me having thick glasses and my hair was a little thicker. But now it's crazy because that's the end thing. They have natural hair and glasses. So the things people tend to pick on us the most about is the things that start to be in style. So we can't always take that stuff personal. We can't take that stuff personal when people picking on us for things that it doesn't really matter, you know? So I want y'all to be encouraged on today and not be upset when somebody says something that's not that important about your appearance or even about how you act. And that's the next point that I'm going to, about how you act. If you go in a room and you just in a good mood, a good space, or have just good energy about it, especially with you growing, whomever I'm watching right now, just be prepared. It comes with the territory of people not always agreeing with your spirit. And sometimes, and it's not me judging, I just want to give y'all preparation for y'all in this growth, because I know it now. So now that I can give y'all an example about it. When you growing, you naturally gonna have this light to you. And I never knew what people meant by that. And it's strangers will even tell it to me now. We see the light in you, or the light in you. The light in us is the energy of just happiness, joy, peace. It doesn't mean life don't happen to us, because life happens to all of us. But once you find that inner peace, that inner joy, you do not allow life or anything to get into the boundaries of that. And if you tend to feel like it is, you get to a space through working on yourself to not let it. So let me stick to what I was telling y'all about being the light, and that relating to your heart. What you having a better heart and all that bitterness be gone because you healing or you have healed, you quite naturally from the inside out gonna start looking like how you feel. And I'm not talking about necessarily your appearance. It's just a natural glow they say we have on us. Anybody who's grown and fixed and worked on themselves. Are you perfect? No. Do you have days when sometimes you're a little more edgy? Yes. But then that's when God make you check yourself, or he'll find ways to not let you feel like that. For me, I found lately, like if I'm having just one of those days, I'm not understanding why I may have these feelings because I am human, he'll find ways to make me laugh. And that's one of my favorite things to do. If you've ever been around me or ever met me personally, I love to laugh. I'm a goofy individual. Although I am serious and I have a serious to me, I can't always not be serious. And I have to work on that sometimes with my kids. They one of them especially, he kind of picked up on that trait of laughing all the time. You got to find the proper times. But anyways, yeah, when you growing and you become the light of the world, because God has called us to be the light of the world. And I love candles. Y'all see my candle burning. Quite naturally, and this is an example one of my pastors gave me, Pastor Jeffrey. He said, Monica, because I think I talked to him about this one day. When you're the light, think about it like a porch light. You sometimes going to attract gnats. You're going to attract gnats, those that don't like it, you know. So what you do to gnats? Flush them away. And it's not to be me, just, have a blessed day. I love you, God bless you, and bye. That's LaToya line. I stole it from her. Know what you tell them? I love you, God bless you, and bye with that energy. You don't have to say it. You can do it with just how you are. Just give them a look, a grin, and you have a blessed day. You don't have to be neat, mean, or even nasty when you say it. Just have a blessed day with all that negative. That's why it's important to know who you connected to. Because if you're connected and always around people that's gossiping or get on the phone with people that's gossiping, quite naturally, you're going to be the gnat then. You can't call yourself the light if you're always doing things that doesn't intrude or includes the light. So if you see yourself needing to work on that, start working on that, because that's part of that heart test too. You can't be a gossiper. You can't, and it's going to start to bother you that people do that. And it's not me judging once again, but it's going to start bothering you that you're around people that do a lot of that. Did you hear this? Did you hear that? Did you hear this? Did you hear that? You're going to be like, yeah, I heard it. And then you're going to walk away. That's one of the things God has actually taught me now. If somebody is kind of just doing too much, I tend to walk away now, because I'd rather not get that in my spirit. It's really important in your season of growth to be intentional about things that is in your spirit and in your energy. We sometimes can't avoid it when we're in the world, like in certain environments, like work or whatnot. But you can walk away. You are an adult. You don't have to sit and entertain anything that is not of what you agree with. Even like a group chat that I'm in. That I don't too much agree with. I put it on silent, and I do. My boss already know. I put it on silent because I don't like to just entertain stuff that doesn't pertain to even work or in my energy, because that's how God has made me. Instead of me having to feel like I have to withhold whom God called me in certain environments, not that I dim myself, but if it ain't pertaining to that particular situation, I just tend to find ways to ignore it, if that makes sense. Let me get my scripture on the light. My Bible had failed, y'all. Let me get my scripture. Okay, I did. Hold on. That was my scripture on the heart. Let me get to the one on the light, y'all. The Bible failing it. Hold on. It fell, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick on my laptop. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I'm in Matthew. See, it fell, nothing but the devil. Because I had it bookmarked in my Bible, ready to talk to y'all. But I already had it put up on my computer too. So be prepared when stuff happens. So I was prepared. Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Meaning, just be yourself. Be yourself. If you like to laugh, if you like to be joyful, be yourself. Don't change who God made you. And I finally got it. It took me 36 years to get to the point where I'm fully embracing who God say I am. It took me to do that because if you sit there and try to be a carbon copy of somebody else, think about it. You may be trying to be like somebody else who don't even know who they are because they trying to be like the other person. So that's why it's important to get into this, on this healing journey, on this healing path. You know, you're never going to be arrived. You're never going to arrive. We're never going to arrive. But you can get on the path of trying to become a better person. Because if you keep on all these different paths or deviating on where God made you, it's going to lead you to what? Living in them same cycles, them same, and you like, and what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over again. And do you see others growing and doing better? Not that you envy them, but you know what most of them are doing when it's for God? They are actually doing the work. That's what it comes down to. Being consistent and doing the work. This is part of the work when you coming on videos like this. Because like I told y'all, God has called me to do this. He gave me the name to my company or my business, my life coaching business, a couple of months back. Victorious Ones. He just doing it in his timing. So if you on here watching, if you've been invited to this group and you find yourself keep coming on here, it's because God has given me the tools, which I had to use first before I was able to go and come on here and tell it to y'all. Because I can't work something I haven't been doing already because the fruit wouldn't show. It wouldn't show. You wouldn't show. So I want y'all to keep being encouraged. Keep coming on here listening to the words. Because I'm going to keep pushing myself to come on here to give y'all the messages. Get you some pen and paper. Write down those verses I told you. Listen to them and repeat them. Because that's when you're going to find your subconscious mind really catching up to what God has for you in your future. I say subconscious mind because that's a term I learned through some videos I've been watching. We learn through repetition. Repetition comes through us just naturally doing, like driving. We drive without thinking. We walk without thinking. We eat and how we use the spoon, we do it without thinking. We talk without thinking. Although we have to think sometimes on how we're saying things and what come out of our mouth, we do it indirectly. So when I went to thinking about even the spiritual growth or the growth within whom I am now, it came through me actually sitting down and taking the time out to watch whom God had called for me in that season to grow. So I want y'all to do the same thing. I can't slacken what God told me to do because he's trying to move me to the next level. Like he's trying to move y'all to the next level. So be encouraged on today. My inbox is open. Soon my scheduler will be open to receive more life coaching. So I'm working behind the scenes on that. So y'all stay encouraged. And once again, thank all y'all for joining the Victorious Ones. I want to give y'all a hand clap. Whoop, whoop. Y'all on team Victorious Ones, not victims. Say that to yourself. I'm victorious, not a victim. And even if you feel right now you beat down in the mud, call it out now as if it is so, because it is. Call it out. Yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Make the devil, make the enemy scared of you. That's the misconstruction we have sometimes. It's the devil. If you blaming the devil, that means you ain't doing no leg work to make him scared of you. I said it. You can make him scared of you through your praise, through what you speak, by what you say to yourself and what you say and you proclaim out loud. This voice he has given me, I have used it to shatter the enemy. I have. And I'm going to use it to help y'all too. But you got to be able to open up your mouth in due season and speak out victory upon your life and your family. Because this is one thing that actually came across my mind yesterday. I was looking at the pictures of me and the boys yesterday. I may post it in this thing right here. It's on my personal Facebook, but I don't think I posted the picture on the Victorious Ones. But I may post it today just to see if y'all see what I'm talking about. I took a picture with the boys yesterday. Not only, of course, they're getting taller and they're getting into their young man looking, but the light is on them too. I can see the smiles on my kids' face. The smiles that can't fake real joy, real peace. Are we perfect? No. But we're not in the same brokenness that we were in even 3 years ago. I can see the light all in my kids' eyes and in their smiles. Not to say that I owed that to anybody, but I owed it to God because I had a lot to do with how my kids were damaged. You have to take responsibility. We have to take responsibility for the parts we played. Because if you don't take responsibility, then you're deciding to stay with a broken heart or bitterness in you. People can look at you and say, oh, you're so beautiful, but in the inside, you know how you feel. You know how you feel. So do it for yourself, queen. Because yes, you are a queen. We're all royalty. Not the people that live in no shame, because I love it, because I'm going to be there one day. Live in the big old pretty lavish houses or this and that, the material things. It's not about that. It's about what their heart do. When you're able to see the people that hurt you and you can actually love them. Yeah, not to say you have to embrace them and give them all this. You can look at them and the love is you praying for them in your eye. You looking at them and you're not shaking your head. Or you can look at them and you don't have your head down in shame because you hurt me. I want y'all to get to the new level. Come on now, get to the new level. It ain't nothing to be scared of. You get to see glorious. You get to see victorious. You get to see the confidence in yourself rise above anything you could ever dream or imagine. Because that's where I'm at now. Yeah, I used to walk around with my head held down. For what reason? Because the devil thought he had me. He thought he stole my voice. But God said, oh no, my purpose is bigger than that. And I'm glad it is because I'm here to help y'all. I'm not going to back down. I'm here to encourage y'all. Not only am I here to encourage y'all, and I keep saying it because I want to get in your subconscious mind, I want you to get your pen and paper and apply these tools. Because watching it ain't only going to do it. It's going to inspire, your spirit. Yeah, it's going to work. But it only works if you put the work and the effort into doing it. If you miss a live, go back and watch the other videos. Watch it like it's your Netflix and chill. Come on now. And once, like I told you, for me, I use me because that's the only way I know how to resonate with this right now. Not to say it's about me. I'm just using me. It was the season when I got so hungry because I was so hurt. God said, I got you now. I'm going to make you hungry for me or hungry for the process of healing. And I would never take it back. Yeah, it was a lot of hours where I cried. Yep. And that's how I knew I would start healing. The same stuff that used to make me cry, I was able to cry through celebration. Yeah. Them tears turned to joy. Although it still was crying, I was tears of joy. Yeah, there's a such thing as tears of joy. It's a such thing. And there's a such thing as a victorious one like you too. God didn't just give me that name for me to flaunt it. Oh, no. That's for you too. We're going to have shirts and everything. That's a label for all of us. We wear the labels to everybody else. That's where our victorious label for God. It's for him. That's who we live for, not the world. Because it don't matter about that no more. We never know the day or the time when he coming back. None of us. We don't. We don't know the day and the time he gonna call us. So we need to live every day to become a better version of ourselves. Not only for ourselves, most definitely for our King God, but for our families. Especially if you got kids. I say kids because that resonates more for me. If you got kids or even a husband or a spouse, if y'all not close with God, you'll be the curse breaker. You'll be the one to start encouraging your family. Start by turning on some music. You'll be surprised on how music can, and I say gospel, Christian music, not pushing it on you, but find something you like that you can kind of, Pastor Mike is one of my favorite. He's so good. That stuff is good. Find something you rock with. God know your heart. Listen to it. And get yourself encouraged by the music. Start somewhere, queen. Start somewhere. Because then you'll start seeing the light around all of your family too. It's never too late to go in and help and fix your heart so that your light can be shining for God. Because when it's shining for him, like you said, them gnats going to come, but you going to know how to. It's good. Have a blessed day. Because God going to keep shining my light. Because once you a better person. You want your whole, yeah, them cracks still be there. That's like an egg when you crack it. It still got cracks, you know, like a whole egg, and you crack it and you can put it back together. Now I'm trying to think of a scenario for y'all, but I'm going to leave that down. I'll come up something else. But y'all be encouraged, Victoria ones. I love y'all. Y'all leave some comments down on there. Give me some inboxes, and y'all have a blessed day. I love y'all. Have a great day.